Apples of the eye are a definite blessing from the Most High, not in ourselves or what we possess, but in what He has provided. They are a mercy that transcend every culture and race. Even those that denied His existence could testify that nothing is worth living for than living for your children. And in our religion, to understand this concept is very simple. Children and wealth are the beauty of this world and a great blessing. And as for some like Zechariah and Ibrahim, they turned to dua for righteous offsprings. But Asiya and her highness had to adopt Musa and Yusuf with the same exact phase. And with every great blessings comes great responsibilities. And if you're not making dua for your children, then where is your love towards them? I mean, I doubt any of you have 10 kids. But when was the last time you gave one a kiss? Or have we all became that Bedouin when the Prophet told them that mercy in your heart no longer exists? Every one of you is a shepherd, and every one of you will be questioned about their flock. Oh, you who believe, rescue yourself first and foremost from the blazing fire, then those who you are responsible for. And this concept of trust was offered to the heavens, earth, and mountains, but out of fear they declined and refused. However, man, on the other hand, undertook it, but he is unjust and confused. And nurturing kids is no joke. It doesn't come easy. You got to put in work. It doesn't come freely. Kids catch on to things very quick. They're too speedy. And whether you like it or not, your actions will impact their lives very deeply. And regardless of your occupation behind doors, you are a full-time teacher working shift after shift with no sick days nor days off. So teach them about the higher authority that they must respond to daily. This will cause them to listen to you, not because you're simply a parent, but because Allah had ordered them to do so. And every teacher must learn to have a proper conversation with the students so they turn not to others when they want someone to talk to. And if they were the soil, then you plant the seeds of knowledge in them with ease, then provide them with the cure that will heal any disease, the medication of education, enabling them to differentiate right from wrong, crystal clear, O son of Adam. Pass away, all of your deeds will come to an end except for a righteous offspring, praying that Allah has mercy on you, so have mercy on them. And know that these apples of the eye only stem from your end. He couldn't recognize the elderly man, a stranger standing in the front porch advising with wise words. The youth wrestled with sentences, recollecting information buried somewhere in memory. Before he had time to dig out such thoughts, the elderly man interrupted profoundly and said, "A few are truly living while many assume they're alive. Lost amongst these two is yourself, which you can't seem to find. Mentally imprisoned by this worldly life, confined to dark spaces, and you thought you were living that good life. You're externally upright and healthy, but on the inside, your face conveys a constant state of misery, son. You can have every single thing in this world. Without faith, your heart will continue to burn. Fueled by whims and desires, immorality and misery go hand in hand. So the more he sins, the deeper the depression. Stuck in the prison cell of his thoughts, which shoots loneliness directed into his soul. He walked away from the essential of his being, and he actually thought he was living free." "Son, you young men are pathetic," the older man said. "You must be careful with whom you love, and I witnessed it all from the moment you met her, and I seen the day that she broke your heart. Dazzled by her beauty, you were a sucker for gorgeous green eyes and a slim figure, infatuated with dynasty, eagerly hungry on becoming the next dead president or a conquering king. Your emotions clouded your ability to think, and as time went on, you began worshiping her, prostrating to the mighty dollar. You young men are pathetic," the older man said, "because in God many men trust not." I sense you still felt miserable. Mixed with the agony of chasing materialism only caused your chest to compress. That feeling of ascending in the skies, running out of breath. And it used to be shackles around ankles, but nowadays it's brand new sneakers. From sneak peeks to freedom, hopes and dreams to kicks on courts. Open your eyes, son, it's the same old game. You are still slave to the sneaker game in the form of chains. The youth thought about it and agreed. Before he could digest such heavy words, the elderly man was long gone. It is now up to the youth to implement what he learned. Learn from my mistakes, son. Life is a puzzle journey with two final destinations. Happily dwelling in heaven or facing the agony of torture in hell. And on this earth, he can only select one path, so he better choose well. And if he hasn't made up his mind to decide, then we are all that confused youth in search for the truth. Shackled behind bars, the only thing to set us free in this world is repentance. Repentance is key. For faith in He shall set us all free, and we're all guilty of a life of sin. So, dear Lord, forgive us, for we sinned over and over again. And it's so hard for us to let go once we begin. So bestow your mercy on us and allow us to live free in this worldly prison. His face was the moonlight phase shining, mid-month brightness, skies cloudless. His crescent smile relieved the stress, a smile that could lighten up the horizon regardless of the circumstances he was in. His personality, remarkable, approachable by many, giving undivided attention to speakers as he listens and hears with affection, replying with concise words consisting of deep meanings, giving a sense of hope to audiences. Oh, how I wish my ears heard his words. He was sincere in all matters, with excellent standards of morals. Upon this earth, he was a walking mercy. He was sent to perfect manners. Hard to believe that Anas bin Malik served him for 10 years without a single complaint. But then again, he was the best to walk this earth, sent by the Creator. Creation knew his worth. He wouldn't hesitate to assist the weak or the poor. With a cheerful face, he kept the needy fed. A grateful servant of God. Bed mats made his side bruised. The Lord offered him kingdoms of this worldly life, yet he still refused. His kindness was always apparent, especially his affection towards infants. Carrying Umama in Salah, his compassion knew of no limits, always seeking to making things easy for everyone. And though he didn't have much, he gave generously like the one who didn't fear poverty, and he was no king giving orders to be carried out. He was a true leader, leading by examples and carrying out orders. Behind doors, he even assisted with chores. Lessons of honesty and reliability could be learned from his legacy. And during times of hardship, he still remained optimistic, changing negatives to positives with his eyes on the prize. He defined patience and forgiveness. His companions knew of no man that smiled as much as him, and if you were to meet him, he'll do the same. Now, it's sad to see when it comes to love, many treat it as a four-letter word that deceives the air, blinded from the truth and what they assume to be, not realizing that true love is only attained by following your lover's footsteps. And until the day we meet, just know that I'm out here trying my best to imitate you. Signing off, sincerely yours. P.S. I miss you.